after a very long time. Let's see if more people join. I can quickly share some of my latest thoughts. Let's see. Let's put this on. Hello, hello. Did anybody join? Let me just put it on my pages and see who joins. Let's see who joins. So let's do it. Let me just discuss something for the benefit of the people who want to see it a bit later. What I'm trying to do also is to prepare a mind map kind of a format for explaining the various AIP streams. Okay. So let me know if that is something that would excite you or that is required. And obviously, what that would do is kind of give a latest update on the various requirements and nitty-gritties of the AIP, but it will be in a mind map format. So yeah, let's see if that is helpful. And also what? And of late, I've not done some videos on the IRCC draws, but yeah, I'm sure if you guys are following IRCC draws, you must be seeing that there have been some changes to the way the IRCC is doing its draws, right? It is now based on that NOC. So for different NOC types, they are doing a specific draws, which was kind of expected, kind of an expected thing for some time that this would happen, and we have now seen that being happening now. So yeah, so that is a good that is a good development. And do you think I should cover that in a specific video? Those are very self-explanatory. I don't want to just do a bit where something which is so self-explanatory, do a video, specific videos for that. But yeah, I think things will change. Like in July, we have seen 6 draws already happening for IRCC, and there are a lot more invitations that were issued. So I think it's a good, in a way, it's a good thing that is happening in now. Like for example, 4 July was no program specified, and only 700 invitations were issued. But then but then healthcare occupations on 6th of July were 1500 invitations were issued. So it's a big jump up, right? And I'm seeing that a lot more people were invited till now. Like for example, in whole of June, I see 9,100 people being invited, but now in July itself, it's like what, 1200, 2700, 5000, 9,000 people are already invited in July, and July is not over yet. They might do a few more draws this week, and yeah, so that's a good thing, right? Don't you think so? That this NOC based draws are a good thing. Thanks people for joining. If you have questions, you can post it on the chat and I can take it. I'm doing this live after a very long time. I was busy, I was on vacation, waiting at 475. Person Mike. Hi Person, hi, how are you? Waiting at let's see what's the question is. What do you think, how many invitations would it take for STEM to drop to 475? STEM was 486, right? So STEM is not very far off. But then do you qualify in that, like I saw that there is a no program specified draw also happening, even though it's happening at a higher score. it all depends on the volume of application. It's not very far off. Like STEM is only 486, and this was the first draw that happened for STEM. So it can, there is no such trend to predict, but yeah, it could be sooner. Let's wait and see how many uh, how many draws it takes for it to drop to 475, but it's not very far off, to be very honest. Thank you, President, for your thank you, Mike, for your question. Was I able to answer your question? If you want, you guys can invite. I see a lot of questions on my WhatsApp group happening. So if there are people who are there want to ask questions live, they can join this WhatsApp. They can join this YouTube live, and I can answer that. Abhinash Sawa here. Today I completed 1 year in Calgary. I want to put a like, Mike, if you want. It will help the channel. What's your question? Hey Abhinash, I completed 1 year in Calgary. Want to apply for Aaip. My closed work permit is valid till May 24, 10 months from now. So can I apply for AOS? Did you go through the AOS eligibility criteria? If you go through the eligibility criteria of AOS, you will understand that there is a work experience requirement. So you first have to cover that. Are you covering that work experience requirement? So first is that work experience requirement, and next is that the job that you have should be valid for more than 12 months after getting your PR. So yes, I would say it could happen. It can work for you if you apply for a renewal of work permit. So if you like for example, most closed work permits, yeah, okay. So if you satisfy that, then if you are able to apply for a extension of your work permit, you should be good. There should not be any problem. So your employer is ready to apply for your extension. If your employer is ready to apply for your extension, you should be good. There should not be any problem. Yeah. Like in June, I see there were 3 draws, but in July it's already 6 draws. And it's like, okay, great, got it. Yes, they are ready for that. Yes, Abhinash. So if they are ready for that, then you should be okay. Then as long as your job offer says that your job offer will be with you, that you will have a job offer for more than 1 year after you get your PR, that should be on your job offer. So if your job offer says that, you should be good. It should not be a problem. So yeah. Guys, if you have any questions, I am live on YouTube right now. So if you want to join and ask me any questions, we can have a good discussion live. Okay. What else? How's being live for people who join? Not many people have joined, but how's live otherwise? I was on a vacation I was busy with my work and then on vacation for some time, so I was not able to do these lives. But now I guess I can. I saw a lot of traction in my WhatsApp group, so I was just wondering if more people had questions. So that's just thought maybe let's have a discussion. Any more questions? And what else? Do you guys think a refresher on AAIP eligibility criteria will help new people in this group? What else? Are more people joining? There are new questions. How can we join a WhatsApp group? So Mike, there is a WhatsApp in my one of my latest videos for AIP. You will see there is a link for WhatsApp group in that video. So you can join with that. If you have any questions, I'm currently live on YouTube. Ahmed, hi Manish, I submitted my documents post ITA. Let's see, Ahmed. ITA and got AORs. It's been 4 months since I've not received any. 4 months is not a big time, Ahmed. So I would say give it few more weeks, like around 6 months kind of a time frame. I think then you can contact IRCC. You can always contact IRCC. You are free to contact. But the only thing is that the most probable response you will get is that your file is in progress. So yep, you can always do that. It's you are free to do, but understand that 4 months is not a very big time difference. It's expected. 6 months is kind of a standard. Beyond 6 months, you can start thinking that it's taking time, but within 6 months you should be okay. Mike, did you get the WhatsApp group link? Okay, Mike has one question. For proof of funds, I'm planning to take a gift deed from my dad, though he does not that much in his account as well. Yes, I don't think gift on this thing, Mike. I think you will need to show some proof that that fund is accessible to you or to your wife or something like that. But you should show the access to that fund. So it could be in a. Don't you receive objects as a medical member? Yeah, like from time to time, yes. So right now, I think for biometrics and medical, there are some exceptions. Like for certain cases, they don't need that. So maybe they are not updated. But have you seen any changes in your profile? Like, have you seen those anything changed on biometrics or medical sections? There must be sections on your IRCC profile. If there are any changes to that, have you seen that, or is it like no changes at all? Oh, no changes. Maybe call them. I would say, yeah, 4 months no updates is strange. I thought that 4 months is just like a regular. You are just waiting for it. Yeah, maybe give them a call. No, like nothing. It's not a harm. Just give them a call. Give them a call, raise a wave form, something like that. It can help you. Hey Mike, did you get my WhatsApp group link? I saw a few more people joining. Okay. So Ahmed, was I able to answer your question? Let's see who is joining. Satya Sibadas. Our office is not in Calgary and stayed about 18 months. Currently staying in Calgary. Please, if I'm eligible for AOS. For AOS, your company should be based in Calgary. You should be working. You are eligible for AAIP. See, AAIP, for that AAIP there are multiple streams, right? But the concentration on each of the stream is that your company or you should be living and working in Alberta. So if you are able to satisfy that, there could be a chance. But just living in Alberta is not enough. So for example, for AOS you should live and work in Alberta. For Tech Pathway, you should have a job offer to work in Alberta from an Alberta-based company, right? For Rural Renewal Scheme, again similar. You should be living in that rural community. So living and working in Alberta is a very important condition, right? So if you are currently living in Alberta, but you're not working in Alberta, it might not work out. But yes, if you are living and working in Alberta, it should be okay. If your company is based out of Alberta, if your client is based out of Alberta, it should be okay. That should not be a problem. Like for like tech pathway and all those things have now very clearly said, your client could be in Toronto, but where is your company based out of? Is your company, does your company has a place of business in Alberta? That is a question you should answer. Yes or no. My previous employer has not provided, Mike, your question, my previous employer has not provided an experience letter on letterhead, but I was able to manage it on a letterhead signed from manager in proper format works. No, Mike, so this is also one thing I wanted to explain to other people. Recently in our group, there's been a person, a good, like, we have now become friends. There's a person for whom there was a, I'm not taking his or her name, but for whom there was a rejection to the PR thing, and that was due to the improper documentation, right? So make sure you have all the documentation you need in exactly same format. Just don't take chances, right? I know it's very rare to get a rejection, but that was purely based on documentation, right? Nothing else. His or her application was rejected just based on documentation. So please don't do anything on letter like beyond authorized letters or something. So get all the letters on proper letterhead, signed by proper people, no affidavits, nothing. Please don't do that. Don't take a chance. It's not worth it. Okay. So please make sure your documentation is absolutely airtight, because that is the only thing that they will assess your application on. They will not take your interview to give you a nomination. Okay. So make sure that you cover your documentation. It should be just airtight. Yeah. What else? Guys, I hope you guys have also subscribed to my channel and liked my videos. It will help me a great deal. Imtiazuddin. What does it mean by allocations remaining? Where is that allocations remaining? Where do you read that, Imtiaz? Oh, you mean the allocations for AIP? Is that, are you referring to that? Yeah, so see, every, so federal government has a allocation for number of PRs it can issue, and maybe it's like it's allocating it to the PNP quota to individual provinces. So it could just be that. Sorry, sir, I just checked my offer letter. In the offer letter, it is mentioned that 23 months for 18 July, so I have 10 months for only job. Having said that, can I apply for AOS? You can, but again, that 1 year requirement is there for AOS. So you will have to get a new letter saying that your job is extended for 1 year beyond your PR. So that you have to do. Is it remaining NOIs to be issued or remaining nomination to be issued? Remaining nominations. NOIs is not equal to nomination. NOIs can be rejected, right? So ultimately what matters is nominations. Not all NOIs are turned into nominations. So all nominations have NOIs, but not all NOIs could have nomination. That's very logical, right? It's not a very difficult thing. How come in technology there are more applications pending than allocations remaining? See, I think you are looking at the data from AIP website. It's not very accurate or very current. That data is not updated very quickly. So I would not hold my breath on that data. That takes a lot of time to get updated in the system. So yeah. So be very careful on relying on that data. I hardly rely on that data. I don't rely in fact. I just rely on my case. Whatever I'm doing, I would rather rely on that than that documentation. Just concentrate on your documentation and things like that, and I think you should be good. Guys, if you are okay, if you like, can you just put a like to the stream so that it helps the channel in a way? Can Alberta move allocation between streams if one stream? I think so, yes. I think so, it can. But again, Imtiaz, that one person is mostly can apply under one stream, right? So if Alberta wants, I think like technically or legally they can, but I would not base my decisions based on that. That's a very bureaucratic and a technical decision. I would not base my decision on which stream should I apply based on that allocations. Rather, assess your profile and check where you have the most chances and then apply. That would be my suggestions for you. My company has no office in Calgary. Last year we had a client in Calgary and they were more than it's a very difficult question, Satyasiva. You are asking a question, but again the thing is that if you are already working in Calgary, if you were already working properly in Calgary, living in Calgary, you could be eligible. I would say just try to create your profile, and I think they will let you know if you are eligible. That is what I can suggest. Hey, I joined the versus. Is it only about Alberta or overall? No, Mike. That particular group is only about Alberta. We are trying to limit the discussions to Alberta immigration, AIP. That is what we are trying to do. There are hundreds of allocations remaining in the healthcare, but very less require submitted allocations. They are waiting for nomination. 14 July is like Friday. Okay. So that's okay. You applied. Imtiaz, you said you applied. You mean you paid the fees and applied, or you just did a EOI? I need better lighting. Yes, man. I need a lot better lighting. I am just doing it very casually on my phone. $500 you have paid, right? Okay. Then I think so. You got a NOI, and then you responded to that NOI by paying 500 CAD. So yeah, I think it would take around 4 to 6 weeks to get your nomination. Yeah. Okay, so congratulations. At least you got your NOI and you were able to submit it. So yeah. Thanks, Mike. I hope you have put a like on the stream. Thanks, Manish. Take pilot AOE Alberta. AOE? You mean AOR? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. June 12th is like is like just over a month. Right. See, normally ECOPR is the end of the process. So ECOPR it can take up to 6 months after AOR, up to 6 months. But yeah, but you say that your profile has progressed a lot. You have done medical and your bio linked on 23rd of June. Yeah, so it's going on. It will take some time. But yeah, congratulations. for a nomination and your application, and I'm sure you will get your COPR very soon. Yep, yep, you will, you will. Thanks, DC. Just put a like on the stream if you like, and people had so many questions on the WhatsApp group, but nobody is joining this stream. Huh? I just wanted them to join this stream and maybe have a discussion, whatever. It's very difficult to type on the WhatsApp group and what else? Let's see. Any more questions coming through? What should I do for lighting? I think there are many people who told me I need good lighting. I should invest something on my lighting. Huh? Like, no, this is so bad, this is so harsh. It's very harsh. Any more questions, guys? Oh yeah, yeah, it's possible. I got it in 7 days, so that's okay. It varies. Is Alberta processing applications faster now? It's very difficult. Like if they at least we don't have that much data to say yes or no to that question, but it varies a lot. Like I've seen it for some people it's taking a lot of time. Yeah, it could have picked up in March, April. I think that was the time there was some kind of a strike also going on, so maybe that could have impacted. But yeah, it could be it could be a bit faster now. So yeah, it varies. It varies a lot, but yes, at least it's not. I've not heard it's taking too long, like 8 or 9 months for getting nomination. But yeah, like it varies between few weeks, like couple of weeks to 6 weeks, like 15 days to 1.5 months, 2 months. It could be that. So yeah, you will hear a lot. Let's see if more people. Is there any sample document with Alberta employers? So there are some questions. Let me just take some questions from my WhatsApp group. Okay. I see my COPR on my tracker. Received an email. Okay. Anurag Sinha, congratulations on Anurag on your COPR. Received an email from Ircc portal for portal creation and send the details. I have not heard. But how long does it take? It doesn't take it. It takes couple of days, Anurag. But congratulations, everybody in the chat. Just wish Anurag Sinha a very good COPR. He got his COPR, and we are very happy. I hope, Anurag, we were able to, as a group, we were able to help you out in your process. Was that the case? Were we able to help you out in any ways, Anurag? And even if not, again, we are very happy for you. Congratulations. Any sample, so there is a question on my WhatsApp group. Does anybody have a sample document about brief description of Alberta employer? So basically, Alberta employer is document is basically a document explaining, giving a kind of a profile to the immigration officer about your company. So what normally does, some companies have a pre-prepared kind of a profile for themselves, and you can use that. If not, what you can do, you can just go to their website and there is a about us page for each company, right? Okay. So you can use that. Anurag got under CEC. Okay, Anurag. Yeah, good, good. Even though the group is for PNP, but yeah, CEC is also good. Good. What I'm planning to do is a few more people. Anurag, let me just bounce this idea with you. I'm trying to do some interviews of successful candidates from my group, right? So that you can talk about like a podcast, so that you can talk about your experiences, and then we do, and then we put it out on my YouTube channel so that other people can learn from your experiences. So, do you think you could be game for something like that? You can be. Can we do something like that? Is that a good idea, bad idea? Eh, let's know, guys. I think let's put. I'm just trying to put a different kind of view also, like both successful and unsuccessful. Like if you are facing any challenges, maybe we can do a podcast on that. That hey, what challenges people are facing, or like for example, Anurag, somebody is who is successful. Let's do a podcast on that. Right? Like a short interview, 15, 20, 30 minutes. Let's do a freewheeling interview. Put out our views, and other people might uh, benefit from that. Is it a good idea? Bad idea? I don't know. What do you say? No idea. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's plan that. I'll float that idea on my WhatsApp group and see how many people are ready for that kind of interview. Okay. There's a person in our WhatsApp group asking a question. I worked in India job remotely for 3 months. Did I get a job in Canada? How do I show that in Express Entry profile? I'm not claiming points. It's not random. Like it's like people, right? Imtiaz, it's just sharing your experience. Like I shared my experience. Like if you look into my channel, there is a video which I put out, which was totally my experience. Right? So it's just putting out your experience. It's like yeah, I'm a random people. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I can give that platform. Like maybe other people might not be able to express that because what I was telling you, there was a person in my I know they are ready to share their success or their failures or their challenges. Right? It's not about success. It's not only success. There are many things to a phase. Right? It could be just that hey, these are the challenges I faced, or this is a challenge I am facing. Right? When I'm doing a kind of an application, it could be anything. Right? So rather than just going into technical, I am covering a lot of technical details like eligibility, this and that. That's a separate kind of thing. I'm just trying to understand if having a separate kind of any other kind of content is also good. Okay, what else? Let's see. Okay. What else do you think I should do? Give me an idea. Not charging. I think I've covered a lot of uh, technical contents. Do you, any idea for anything that you guys want to see charging on YouTube that I can prepare a video on? What else? Let's see. Let's see if I can pick up some questions from my YouTube channel. There are people who are posting comments. Maybe I can answer that. Comments. Okay. There's one question asking the person asking Sushil Malhotra asking, sir, if you applied with job offer in hand or without job offer? Yes, when I applied for AIP Tech Pathway, I had a job offer in hand. So yeah. Sushil again asked the same question. Can I apply for Alberta PNP without job offer? I want to apply under NOC of Accounting Technician Bookkeeper. So Sushil, if you apply under under Alberta AIP, then most of the streams would need a job offer. Only one stream is there is one stream which doesn't need a job offer, which is kind of the Alberta Express Entry pathway, where you will have to wait for Alberta to give you or pull your profile. So that's the answer. Let me see. Let me just reply to this guy. I have answered your question in my latest live. Okay. What else? Any other questions, people? I think I should do this outside. There would be better lighting, right? I can just take my phone outside and do it in natural lighting. It will be better. There are some questions on proof of funds. Proof of funds, I think I have covered a lot in my many of the videos. Proof of funds is ultimately required at the time of application, at the time of your after your ITA, when you are submitting your applications with Ircc, and under some and under rural renewal stream, you have to do it at the time of your nomination. If you're talking about the AIP, how much do you charge? I don't charge anything, and I'm not a consultant. I was planning to apply for Tech Pathway, but since the available seats are very low, can I opt for AOS? May I know how can I pay a process? So there is another question which many people are asking, that they could be eligible both for AOS and Tech Pathway. There are certain, obviously there is a certain intersection of people, cases where you could be eligible both for Tech Pathway and AOS. In that case, what I would suggest is go for, assess your chances. If your chances are equally high in both of the things, go for Tech Pathway. It's much easier to get a nomination there, and Tech Pathway has a mandate of issuing PR within the 6 months period, so it's accelerated. AOS doesn't have that kind of a mandate. So I would suggest go for Tech Pathway. Let me just reply to this guy also. I answered this question in my latest YouTube live. Any other questions here, guys? Let's see. Other people asking questions. I see few people joined. If you have any questions, shoot. You can ask it here, or you can ask in the WhatsApp group. I will just open the WhatsApp group and try and answer the questions from there. So Newton is asking, any EOS applicants who submitted their nominations applications past 16 June who have their files under assessments. So guys, if there are any people who are EOS applicants, you can get in touch with the people in the group and share your experience. Maybe it will help you. So there is a good question. There is a long question in the group. So let me just say, I'm answering this question on my YouTube live now. So Preeti asked a question. I wanted to ask on behalf of my friend that he applied in Tech Pathway and received a call today that they need a proof about the company NAICS score, and the company manager says we do not have anything written information about that. What can he do in that case? There are many people who applied with company and they never asked for that. Any suggestions that will be helpful? So normally I would say there are many online portals which carry NAICS inventory. So I would just Google those, just do a Google search on your company NAICS code, and if you are getting any kind of hits, like mostly from sites like LinkedIn or something, you can probably submit a proof like that. But mostly I think what Preeti, what this person is asking is not NAICS proof, but kind of a justification of that NAICS. Like if you are choosing a NAICS which says software development, then it might just be asking that, hey, your company profile, is your company into software development, right? So again, this is where the company profile comes into the play. So just give them your company profile, and then it should be, I think it should be okay, because I think that is the confusion here, not the NAICS. NAICS is kind of a self declaration, right? So there is no official documentation as such that NAICS is not an organization giving a certificate of NAICS code to any company. So make sure you have explained your company profile properly in the file, and then that will be able to. Okay, there is a question on fingerprinting. Is it just fingerprinting to be done in line with FBI requirement? They need not be FBI. Yes. So FBI doesn't do. Let's say answering this question. So okay. So the fingerprinting is required. Fingerprinting is required for your US police verification, and that has to be done as per FBI's requirement. FBI itself will not come and do the requirement. So in your city there would be fingerprinting experts or fingerprinting companies who are certified for taking those kind of fingerprints. So maybe search for them and then use their services. It's not a free service, it's a chargeable service. They will basically, there is a particular stationery on which that fingerprint has to be taken. So take that fingerprint and send that fingerprint to FBI, and then it should be pretty quick after that. I think that's the only delay that usually happens. The fingerprint is the only delay. Otherwise, it's very quick. Do we need IELTS score at the time of application? There is a person asking this question. Any questions on the live here, or while I'm just taking it here? So at the time of your application, if you mean at the time of, there's a question, do we need IELTS score at the time of the application, or we can submit later? If you are going through Express Entry, you should have a valid IELTS score at the time of creation of your Express Entry profile. So that is very important. So you can always update it later, but you should have your minimum score, your IELTS account linked to your Express Entry profile at the time of creation of your Express Entry profile. So yes, at the time of creation of profile. Praveen Kumar. Also on PCC, I moved from India 9 months ago to Calgary, and in master's spent a couple of years at UK. From which country? Yes, so you should get PCC from UK and India. Yeah, you should get, to be safe, get PCC from, like in the last 10 years, if you have stayed in any country, get PCC from those countries. Thanks, Praveen. If you like, if you can put a like to the stream, it will be really good. Okay, any other questions? Let's see here. Any other question here? No, there is no question here. Let me see if I can take some questions here. Okay, so there is one more question. This is question I have answered many times. Alright, put a like on the stream also, Praveen. Thanks a lot. Is it necessary to be in express entry pool for AIP? So for AIP, express entry is required only for one stream. Actually, two streams. One is tech pathway and one is general express entry. For AOS and rural renewable stream, you don't need to be on the express entry pool. So I hope I was able to answer this question. Let's see this. So Ahmed, I think I answered your question on that. Today, what's the nomination? Oh, I think I covered a lot of the questions in the chat. Can you please comment on the number of nominations left question as well? That is something I tried commenting on that, but that is a very bureaucratic kind of a thing, right, Praveen? That will not help you or anybody in any case. Like it's just a number. If the quota is kind of finished, they will stop issuing nominations. But we cannot base our decisions to apply or not apply based on that quota. So I would say don't worry much about that, right? Till there is an official declaration from AIP that they have exhausted the quota. These things keep changing. These things are legal, bureaucratic. There are many things that comes into play. So don't worry about that. That would be my advice. Don't worry about that. Thanks, Praveen. So guys, almost 50 minutes. Okay, somebody has joined. Sakili. Shakil Pradhan. Regarding the proof of funds, can you provide give treat for major amount and what's the format like stamp? See, I'm not too sure about what is it like, what kind of gift deed you're talking about, but the proof of funds says very clearly it should be something which is easily accessible to you. So if the funds are easily accessible to you, then it could be valid. I'll just read out the requirements for you. Okay, so see, proof of funds. So your proof of funds must be available to you both when you apply and when IRCC issues you a permanent resident visa. Okay, you cannot use equity, real property or proof of settlement of fund, and you cannot borrow this money, right? So the only exception is here is that if you have a spouse, you can use amount in his or her thing, in his or her account as your proof of funds, right? So gift deed, I don't know whether if that money is already in your account or not. If that money is in your account, you can easily access it. You could, but just a stamp paper kind of a thing, I don't think it will work. Cash that you cannot borrow that, so you will have to show that is a money that is your money. You are not borrowing it from your sibling. So transferring money is okay, but yeah, you should be able to show that it's your money. Dhruv Patel, hey Dhruv, how are you? I was about to end the live. I thought else is joining, no more questions coming through, so I was about to end it. Plan to graduate entrepreneur stream. You are an entrepreneur now. Great, Dhruv. Great. Congratulations. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure about entrepreneurs. I'm not a big entrepreneur as such, but I can wish you all the best for sure. Dhwani, hey Dhwani, how are you? Guys, put a like on the stream. It will help me. I have submitted my file under Tech Pathway. Dhwani, you have submitted your file means? Have you paid the $500 fees? You applied. Applied means like, see, there are two, for Tech Pathway, there is a two-step process. First step where you submit an EOI. Then you get a NOI and then you reply to that NOI with all the documents and your fees. So which step you are in? Are you in first step or second step? Dropping off. Hey Praveen, thank you. Which step are you in, Dhwani? You are in which stage? I applied with the fee, so you're in the second stage. Okay. So you're waiting for nominations. It could take anywhere between 1 to 6 weeks, couple of months maximum. It can be quicker also, but I would say 1.5 months is keep like have that understanding in your mind. If it happens quicker, you will be happy. Why not? Like if you have submitted everything, then why not? It all depends on your profile, Dhwani. Don't worry on that. If you have satisfied everything, I see no reasons for not happening. This year, we are just in the middle of the year, right? We have a lot of time to go. So yeah, just put a like on the stream, Dhwani. I hope it will help. And Dhwani, I hope you have subscribed to my channel. Okay, let me see if there are more questions. Otherwise, I will end the live stream. Are there any questions here? No, I will subscribe now. Thanks, Dhwani. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And join our WhatsApp group. If you have questions, you can ask that question there also. It's a very good forum. Okay, thank you. I will do more of these lives. What I'll basically do is, instead of answering questions on my WhatsApp, right? It's very difficult. I'll just read off the questions from WhatsApp and answer in the lives. I think that is what it will it should be better, and people can join and I can answer those questions live. Are there any questions which I can reply? Okay, procedure, web form. Okay. Any other questions? Nope. Nope. I think I've exhausted all the latest questions on the group. What I'll basically do is I'll end the stream now and I'll see you in the next stream. Thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.